The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, Zobu, reigning by master.
You see how they're messing them? Do you see how disgraceful?
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, Zobu,
we are live and we are direct. You may not like it, and quite frankly, I if you like it, if you don't like it, it doesn't bother me. We are live and we are direct.
But there is one. But there is one thing I want all of us to understand this very evening. We are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you, that they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond, to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. They will buy some of you over. The spirit of Oba Biasika and Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in 1 trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwuokike Abiama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora-Eri, the same God of Owe-Eri, the same God of Arochukwu, not to be no bad, the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these no-colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook. They can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move.
We have tried to live in Nigeria.
Are defending him. Fulani people are defending him. But you idiots from the south, from the east, you're talking rubbish about your one Nigeria. Whereas a terrorist, a killer, a murderer is in government as a minister. His own people are the people defending him. But you are in the south attacking those who are fighting for your freedom. And you're telling me that your brains are normal. Maybe that's your one Nigeria. Whereas a terrorist, a killer, a murderer is in government as a minister. His own people are the people defending him. But you are in the south attacking those who are fighting for your freedom. And you're telling me that your brains are normal. Maybe there's something in Suya, maybe in Kilishi, and in that cattle that they give to us to eat. There must be something fundamentally wrong with us as a people. Fundamentally wrong with us as a people. And we must confront it. And confront it we shall. These people lecturing us about no secession. You're destroying the country. You people, you Fulani idiots, you Fulani bigots, you Fulani impostors, you Fulani vagabonds are the same people that welcomed the rehabilitation of terrorists. You granted bandits, killers, murderers, and kidnappers amnesty. I want Obia not to listen. I want Tripas to listen. I want Tripas, this idiot, Sarikin Fulani of Imo State, Hope to listen very, very carefully. You people are fools because you cannot listen very well. The same people you're fighting for, killing your own people because of them, they are the ones rehabilitating, so they claim, putting the army that we have today. Somebody might come and say, you have given the order that the police and the army should be attacked. All those idiots. Some of you fools who cannot reason, we are not attacking any police. We are attacking the terrorists that they brought into the police and into the army. They are the ones killing our people. We must defend ourselves. You fools cannot reason very well. We are not fighting any standing or legally, properly constituted army or police. These are the same Fulani terrorists, murderers and killers. The same people that went in, in Damaturu or wherever it is, killing and slaughtering Christians in droves. You fools that cannot reason. The same Boko Haram that has been killing, the same Fulani terrorists have been killing people. They are the ones now in the army. Did you not see them? Recruit them into the army? You're telling me we shouldn't fight them? These are terrorists in police uniform and army uniform. You're saying we should not fight them? Is that what you're saying? Are you that foolish? Are you that stupid? This same Fulani pontificating about peace and unity and anti-secession whatever garbage that they are pouring out of their useless, stinking janjaweed mouths. These same idiots, these same fools are the ones that rehabilitated Boko Haram. So they claim. These fools are the ones that granted amnesty to bandits. Now, let me surprise all of you. Surprise, surprise. Those that are giving amnesty to are Fulani terrorists, Fulani bandits, Fulani kidnappers, Fulani headsmen who are murderers and land-grabbing urchins. These are the people that are giving amnesty to. You people should reason. You zoo animals called Nigerians, reason for once. The hypocrisy in Fulani, their hypocrisy is astonishing. Hypocrites. Fulani, who is responsible for the state of almost anarchy in the zoo, who is responsible for the hopelessness of the security framework of the zoo, Fulani, who is responsible for insecurity, Fulani, who are the bandits, Fulani, who are the terrorists in the zoo, Fulani, which people are going about slaughtering and taking over other people's farmlands. It is you. You people are the problem. Unfortunately, some idiots from the south cannot see it. You wanted to show us that you know how to write grammar, writing rubbish about one Nigeria. You are defending something that is indefensible. Indefensible, you fools. Some smelly rats, some smelly garbage, gutter, alamajiri, gutter. The lowest of the low. If it's one of those of their fools talking, I will even understand. From the gutter. Not contributed one single thing to the advancement of the zoo. Not one single contribution has the Fulani ever made. Tell me one national contribution that the Fulani has ever made to the advancement of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Just name one thing, absolutely nothing. They want power and control of oil and gas. That's all they need, that's all they want, so they can run your lives for you and control your destiny. And you're not ashamed of yourself to claim that you're educated. ihe megbu unu ndị onye si na agata anya ahụhụ ma ọ bụ na anyị fe arụsị anyị wee na-efe arụsị iwe were iwe gị na ọnụma gị wee bịa leta anyị ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị kunye ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị niile n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọkwa onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọbụla anyị mara aka n'ime ha si na ka ha aga n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri agha nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra bụ ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwe kwesịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwe kwesịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi wee hụ ndị iro anyị n'anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizoba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye iro bi na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ọjọọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ bịa ka iwe tịtụ ozu ọ bụ ọkọwa mgbe emilere Goliat Chineke nna nke igwe wee memile Fero sikwa otu a mee ka Fero gbagụzọ n'ihu ụmụ ndị anyị bi obi ka o wee taa akpọkwa ikuni ọtọ ọzọ ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume
ọbụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ ọ bụgo nwa bụ ekekere n'igwe n'ụwa nwunye ọbụla kere gị nweghị mmalite nweghị ọgwụgwụ kama anyị onwe anyị bụ anọkwa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie kama marakwa na okwu gị na-anọgide gị ruo mgbe ebighị ebi ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu nke abịa ma onye nyere iwu si anyị wee dobe ya onye si na agata anyị ahụhụ ma ọ bụ na anyị fee arụsị anyị wee na-efe arụsị iwe were iwe gị na ọnụma gị wee bịa leta anyị ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị kunie ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị niile n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọkwa onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọbụla anyị mara aka n'ime ha si maka ha aga n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri ọhịa nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra bụ ndị kọstọms okponye anyị n'etiti anyị
Good evening, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. I welcome you this evening to this program here in IPOB Western Cape, South Africa Media. I welcome you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama Primi Henine. And as I welcome you, I want you to welcome others. Welcome your friends, welcome your relatives. As you join us in this program this evening, I want you to share this program, like this program, share the program in all the platforms where you belong. I welcome you here in IPOB Western Cape, South Africa Media. My name is Mazi Onyebuchi. I am the host of this program and the coordinator of Parklands Unit here in Western Cape, South Africa. I thank you for joining us this evening. I want you to remember that in this program, we always say it the way it is, because we are without fear and without favor. I want you to always know each time you join us here that we are not here to represent or to protect any individual. We are not here to serve anybody. We are here to serve Chukwu Okike Abiama and the people of Biafra. The reason why we have this page is for Biafra. Anything you see us do or say here is for the progress and benefit of Biafra. So I'm welcoming you here on behalf of our coordinator, Mazi Innocent Alia, the provincial coordinator, Western Cape IPOB, and the entire executive of Western Cape IPOB. Anywhere you see any executive or any member of IPOB Western Cape, please buy him a cold beer. I will explain to you why I said so.
because in this side part of the world, we stick to IPOB Code of Conduct. We cannot do anything without first looking into the IPOB Code of Conduct to find out what IPOB Code of Conduct is saying. And we must follow it to the letter. And that is why when they tried to break us, they couldn't. That is why those Moors could not penetrate us here in IPOB Western Cape. Because all men here adhered to the dictates of the Code of Conduct. We are not minding the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not here, but the Code of Conduct he left for us is enough for us to know what he wants us to do at any point in time. And that is why I respect my coordinator, Mazi Innocent Alia. That is why I respect all the executive of IPOB Western Cape. That is why I pride myself as one of the members of IPOB Western Cape. So, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom, each time you join us, do not be offended because of the way we speak. We do so because we must say the truth irrespective of who is hot. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. That is what IPOB Western Cape believe. That is why our slogan here is saying it the way it is. I am proud member of IPOB Western Cape. You may not understand what we are doing to make sure that the Code of Conduct of IPOB is not bastardized or is messed around. Every other zones may decide to do things their way, irrespective of what IPOB Code of Conduct says. But here in Western Cape, South Africa, IPOB, we stick to it, we follow it. If our leader comes out and said, why did you do what you do? We say to him, we are following the Code of Conduct. We cannot run on a flat tire. Not possible. We cannot do without following the IPOB Code of Conduct. That is why we say, no matter this temptation, no matter the storm, no matter whatever that is happening here in IPOB all over the world, we must follow the directives of IPOB Code of Conduct. And why am I going this way? I've come to find out that so many people in IPOB today, in fact, this has been going on for the past 2 years since the DOS tried to destroy the accounts or tried to blackmail the financial head of IPOB worldwide, Ms. Nenayane. So many accounts were created in all parts of the world. So many who did not agree that accounts should be opened. People like us here in IPOB Western Cape, we said accounts should not be opened. If any account should be opened, it must follow due process. What is due process? First, any account that Madam Nenayane is not aware is not authentic. Secondly, if any account should be opened,
it must be opened by financial officers, not coordinators. Oyenu made it very, very clear that coordinators has no business with money in IPOB. Anything that has to do with money must go through the IPOB financial department. But today, coordinators open accounts here and there. Then those who got confused, for the reason I don't know, because I don't know why you should be confused when the financial head, Madam Nayanya, is still here. Our leader has not removed her. Our leader has not passed message to us to stop paying money to any account that she is involved in. The order and directive of our leader is that we should follow the dictates of Madam Nayanya, the IPOB worldwide head of finance. Those who got confused refused to remit the money to the account that DOS opened. They refused to remit the money, the monthly dues and ESN, to the account that Madam Nayanya oversee. What did they do? They, after collecting the money, the monthly dues and the ESN, they will put it on in a certain account that they themselves opened, and they hawk the money there. The money is not going out. The money is not solving any problem. When you ask them, why are you doing this? Their reason is, this money is going to remain here until Mazinam the Khan comes out, then we will hand him over the money. I looked at this, I thought about it. I didn't see any logic doing that. No logic. The reason why we contribute money in IPOB is to run IPOB day-to-day activities. Now, the question that is begging for an answer, one, is you as a coordinator, after collecting money, you went and deposited on a certain account that is not IPOB approved account by the head of finance. Your purpose of doing that is that the money should not lost, because now you don't trust the head of finance, which is Madam Nayanya. You don't trust DOS. You don't trust Mazinam the Khan. I mean, the only person you trust is Mazinam the Khan, who is not here. And now, where Mazinam the Khan is, he needs money. He needs money. The legal teams need money. They need to be paid. If all the IPOB units and zones in the world stop remitting their money to Madam Nayanya, so that the what's it called, the legal teams, so that the expenses could be met. If all the people have decided to toe the same path that you told by hawking the money, or would I say saving the money for Mazinam the Khan when he comes, if everybody is doing that, have you asked yourself, how will we pay the legal teams, both local and international? Because whether you like it or not, money is being used to sustain the struggle. Mazinam the Khan made IPOB in a way that immediately money comes to you, you remit it. You don't have any business with IPOB money. You don't have any business keeping it. Now I ask you, What is different between you and those who are paying their money, their monthly dues and ESN to DOS? What is different? I don't see any different. I don't see the difference. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, after collecting the monthly dues, you must remit that money. You must. Now, you said you are keeping the money. If IPOB, if the legal teams need money, need their monthly pay, are you going to, from that account, pay them? Because obviously they don't know who you are. They don't communicate with you. Where you kept or you are keeping those monthly dues and ESN, they are completely useless. They are useless to the struggle. They are useless to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So what is the logic? I want you that is paying your money, I mean, saving your money for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out before you can bring it out. I want you to tell me, what is the logic? What will Mazi Nnamdi Kanu do with that money when it comes out? Because the money does not belong to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the first place. The money belongs to IPOB. It is for the running of IPOB. It is for the activities going on in IPOB. You are not giving it to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to spend it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has given you order and he has directed you where to put money, who to entrust the money to. Who he said who? Madam Nenayanya. So if Madam Nenayanya is not doing anything right, what are you supposed to do? You tell the leadership of this movement, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, about it. Who will take action? But until then, you must continue to pay the money where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu commanded you to do. Now, why I always pride with IPOB Code of Conduct? One, because IPOB Code of Conduct is complete in the sense that it touches all the four angles. It covers both the breadth and everything that has to do with this struggle. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made it very, very clear in IPOB Code of Conduct. I will be reading it to you now, so that you don't say that Mazi Nnamdi is talking out of point. I am not going to talk out of point. Whatever I do or whatever I say it with total conviction, with evidence-based, because I am always with IPOB Code of Conduct, 24 hours, studying it, interpreting it to the best of my ability. Now, in finance, subsection 3, subsection A, finance, paragraph 7. Listen very carefully. Before I read this, if you know any coordinator who saves his money in a bank instead of remitting the money to Madam Nenayanya, if you know such coordinator, please, I want you to tag him to this program, or better still, cut this section and forward it to them. If you don't know, forward it to the group, because what I'm saying, what I'm going to read, is not my word, but the words of Onyendu, written in IPOB Code of Conduct. So I indulge you to do so. Cut it, send it to that coordinator who believes that after collecting IPOB monthly dues and ESN, he rather go and save it, waiting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come back, to come out from prison before he could send the money. Then the question that he is begging for an answer is, does that money belongs to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Are you giving the money to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to spend it for his personal issues? No. The money belongs to Biafran people, and the money is for IPOB and the runnings of IPOB. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made it very, very clear to us. That is why himself does not have anything to do with money. He doesn't touch the money. He doesn't do anything. The only thing he does is to use any money that comes in for the runnings of IPOB on a daily basis. Now, IPOB Code of Conduct Finance says in paragraph 7, all IPOB financial transactions, be it in form of monthly dues, monthly donations, then ESN is not here. All IPOB financial transactions, be it in form of monthly donations, levies, or fundraising, shall, after gathering of such funds, be handed over to the appropriate financial officer, to wit, financial secretary or treasurer, who, after taking proper record of the funds raised, shall remit same into official IPOB general account as provided by the head of finance to all family units. Did you hear that? Should I take it again? Now I will take it the second time. IPOB Code of Conduct is a document that is complete, small but mighty. It covers every breadth and length of this struggle. If you follow IPOB Code of Conduct, you will not have any reason for squabbles. You will not have any reason for quarreling. You will not have any reason to be confused. That is why I said on my previous programs here in IPOB Western Cape South Africa Media, I said it, that I wish that everybody, all IPOB family members, should get acquainted with Code of Conduct. If we know and understand the interpretation of the Code of Conduct of IPOB, then all these confusions, all these quarrelings, everything that you see happening today will not be happening. The only problem that we are facing today is that we are ignorant of this little but mighty documents called IPOB Code of Conduct. Now, I want to take it again. I said, if you know any coordinator who, after collecting money, monthly dues, ESN, instead of him to remit that money to the account that Madam Nayanya is aware and in control of, he will go and put it in welfare account, or he will go and put it in his own personal account or in his own unit account, pending when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out of prison. You are breaking the Code of Conduct. And you are what? You are doing or committing insubordination. Now listen and listen attentively. The same paragraph 7, finance, said, all IPOB financial transactions, be it in form of monthly donations, levies, or fundraising, shall, after gathering of such funds, be handed over to the appropriate financial officer, to wit, financial secretary or treasurer, who, after taking proper record of the funds raised, shall remit same into IPOB general account as provided by the head of finance to all units. Says IPOB general account, not IPOB welfare account that they open here in South Africa. Not your own unit account that you use to run your unit if you have one. Not your personal account. You are not hawking IPOB money. You are not saving money for IPOB. As a coordinator, it is your duty, after collecting money, the monthly dues, after taking proper record, handed it over to your financial secretary. You make sure that she or he remitted the money to IPOB general account, approved, that is provided by head of finance, not by Ogechukwu, the criminal. The criminal Ogechukwu, who is gallivanting up and down, going from unit to unit, constituting nuisance. He was suspended, but Ogechukwu refused to rest because he knew what he is doing. He is not genuine. So, I want you that if you are part of those who are saving money, who is saving money, pending when Mazandekano will come out, so that you can gather the millions and give to Mazandekano, so that Mazandekano will use it and go to ship cruising or go for vacation. I don't know what your heart or your mind is telling you. If the legal teams could not be paid, how are they going to represent Mazandekano? Do you think that they will represent Mazandekano on credit? Do you think that now that Mazandekano is inside in DSS dungeon, that those legal teams, if I age for Mike Zekome, allow Ejimako, those international legal representatives, do you think they are doing whatever they are doing on credit? No. They are being paid to the maximum. You don't tell them story when month ends. They need their money. Or else, the next court case, they are not going to be there. So ask yourself, you are starving IPOB of funds. What is your reason? Mazandekano said, you must remit that money to the account provided by Madam Nayanya, because she is the current IPOB head of finance. She is. Are you remitting the money to the account that Madam Nayanya provided, or you are remitting the money to the account that Chikedozian provided, or are you remitting the money to your own account? These three standard of people, you must fall into one. That is why I pride myself as IPOB Western Cape, because here in IPOB Western Cape, as a coordinator, all the coordinators here in IPOB Western, all of them, when I say all of them, I mean all of them will remit our money to the account that Madam Nayanya provided. That is the account we use. We do not hawk money. We do not save money. Irrespective of their antics, No matter what they do to malign the characters, assassinate the characters of the financial head worldwide, Madam Nene, we must stick to the direction and instructions of Mazen Dekano via the IPOB Code of Conduct, which I just read for you now. It's not our business what Madam Nene is doing with the money. No, 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 no. It's not our business. It's not in our interest. Mazen Dekano did not tell me to monitor what Madam Nene is doing with the money I'm sending to her, to the account that she is in control of. If there are such matters should arise, there is an Auditor General who will do that, not me. All my duty ends immediately I remit the fund to IPOB account provided by financial head. Why should I start to shake or ask question, where is the money going? Mazen Dekano did not make it so. If Mazen Dekano had made it so, I would be the first to ask that question. But for the fact that Mazen Dekano did not make it so, I am not going to ask Madam Nenaya to account for me. Madam Nenaya should not account for me. I am not in position to ask her to account for me. We are practicing chain of command. So there is somebody in that position. Osita Adenama, Okado Okwaragbo, you as a coordinator, I want you to do the needful now, today. After listening to this program this evening, I want your heart to be touched. If you don't believe in what I just read, go to IPOB Finance in our code of conduct. Look for paragraph 7. Read it for yourself and interpret it for yourself. Maybe you will begin to see reason. You will begin to understand that what you are doing amounts to insubordination. What you are doing is against the directive and the dictates of the IPOB Code of Conduct. Mazen Dekano need money now, wherever he is. Is that little money, right? Little rands, little dollar, little euro you are contributing? Is it getting to Mazen Dekano? Is it solving the problem of the moment, which is paying the legal things? We don't even talk about ESN anymore, because every one of us know the story. So there is no need trying to deceive ourselves, talking about ESN that is non-existent, that does not exist. As far as I'm concerned, ESN is non-existent. Where are they? When was the last time you heard about ESN? They succeeded in destroying ESN. The same people that ESN were handed over to, they succeeded in destroying it after bastardizing it, turning it to Dead Man Squad, after turning them to Ebubago, after turning them to vigilante group. ESN lost everything that made it what it used to be. Today, we only talk about ESN only by mouth. So I'm not about ESN. I'm talking about Mazen Dekano, for him for we to be able to pay the lawyer. Where do you want that money to come out from? You that is saving the money that they are getting from your unit. What is your reason of saving that money? For what purpose? What purpose do you think we contribute monthly dues and ESN in the first place? What do you think we contribute it for? Do you think we contributed to invest on what's it called? Stock markets? Do you think we're using it invest on business. We use it to run IPOB activities, daily activities. We use it to pay the lawyers. We use it to feed those who are wounded. We use it to pay the hospital bills of those who are wounded. We use it to feed the ESN. We use the money to pay for the school fees of those children that lost their father in the line of duty. We use this money to do all the things we do in IPOB. But today, you have made that money unreachable for IPOB. After collecting the money, you will hold it. You will save it in your account, and the money will be there, breathing. Why IPOB is running out of breath? If we do not pay the legal teams, they will not represent Mazam the Kano. Where do you want the money to come from? After you are sitting on top of the money, after you sit on top of the monthly dues, after you sit on top of the ESN, how do you want the ESN to feed? How do you want the lawyers to be paid? How do you want those things to be done? I want you to make a very, very necessary decision this night. Make 360 degrees turn. By tomorrow, go to the bank, transfer all the money to the account approved by IPOB financial head. Only then will you know that you are back to what we are doing. But until then, there is nothing different between you and the DOS, who open a parallel accounts everywhere. Parallel accounts in the West, parallel account in Africa, parallel account in Australia. They open account in all four corners of the world. There is nothing different between you and those DOS who has done this. All of you are in the same league, because the truth is that the money is not getting to the appropriate channels. The money is passing through the backyard into the pockets of individuals. The money is not doing the work why it was contributed. I want you to think about this and make a very, very viable decision tonight. Before I drop this topic, I want to read a place here in IPOB Code of Conduct for you. Conclusion. Conclusion. Any infraction to the rules contained in this IPOB Code of Conduct shall attract very severe consequences. All forms of disobedience to order from above or insubordination to constituted authority will form sufficient ground for instant dismissal. No manner of ill discipline shall be condoned or tolerated. Opposition for opposition's sake has no place in this Chukwu Okike Abiyama ordained struggle, and therefore must not guide the thinking or mindset of any committed family member or principal servant of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, at this critical time in our struggle. Anyone, listen to where I'm going to, I'm driving to. Anyone who finds it difficult to follow laid down rules cannot serve IPOB and is at liberty to resign his or her position of service or voluntarily step out of the family. You see, it is not a must that you must remain a principal officer, be it coordinator, be it financial officer, be it whatever you are doing in IPOB, it's not a must. If what is happening, if the way things are being done, if the way things are being followed in IPOB, if you are not satisfied with the code of conduct, you are at liberty. You are free to resign. Instead of you to be occupying that position and at the same time committing insubordination to the leadership of this struggle. Instead of you, after collecting money, because you are not satisfied where the money is going, you are not convinced that the money is going to get to the appropriate channel, which is to Mazan account or to the running's proper use of the struggle. If you are not convinced, if you are not at peace with such, you resign. Instead of you to try to change things that you don't have power and authority to change. You don't have the power or authority to keep IPOB money after collecting it. You don't have the power or the authority to go and open an account and start running it on your own. As a DOS member, you don't have rights to instruct any opening of any account that the head of the finance is not aware of. As a unit coordinator, you don't have rights to deposit the money, the monthly dues. After collecting it, you don't have right to go and save it in your account for the reason that you don't trust Madam Nayanya. If you don't trust Madam Nayanya, why do you have to collect that money? Leave it until Mazan comes out. Then you start raising fund again. But as far as you have collected that fund, you must remit it. That is what the IPOB Code of Conduct says. That is the right thing to do. That is why if you are not at peace, in liberty with these rules and regulations, you resign. You step aside for another person to take over, who will do it willingly, without trying to know, without trying to find out what he's not supposed to know or find out. That is why our leader made it very, very clear. It's not a must that you must remain a national coordinator. When you are not at liberty with how the way things are being done, you are better off an ordinary family member. And if being a family member is also difficult for you, you have the right to step aside and leave IPOB. That is what Mazan said. You step aside voluntarily, leave IPOB, go and sleep, go and join those who are doing it the way you want it to be done. It's not a must. You didn't join IPOB to change things. You joined IPOB to cue in to already laid down foundations. That is why when you heard the voice of our leader, you joined. So you join him. Before you came, he has a method, a path that he uses to do things. You don't come to try to change it for him. He is not begging you to do that. If there is any change to be made, he should be the one to make that change, not you. So you as a coordinator, I want you to take this home. There is nothing different between you and that DOS member who has instructed his mosh, his stooges, in the person of Oge Chukwu and his likes scattered all over the world to open a parallel account. When they know that DOS doesn't have any right to run any account in IPOB. They are aware that DOS does not have any reason, any right to run any account, to oversee any account management in IPOB. It is the right and the total right of the financial head, Madam Nenayanya. If DOS need money, they call Madam Nenayanya, who will communicate to his boss, Mazinam Dekan, who will give the approval. And Madam Nenayanya will release the money to DOS. But DOS does not have right to intrude into financial management. It is not done. Not in IPOB. So don't get confused and begin to do things the wrong way. Immediately you claim or you feign to be confused, you are committing insubordination, which could be led to your expulsion or your suspension, because it is stated clearly in IPOB Code of Conduct. I'm going to leave it there because I cannot say, I can't break your head and put it. If the one what I've been explaining for the past 1 hour, you could not grasp it, then I can't help you. Now we are going to move quickly to the next topic that we have tonight. This topic is, it's not that this topic I want to talk about now, it's not that it's new. We already know the parts, the role, each and every, for these past 2 years, so many things has been exposed. We have come to know those who are working for Nigerian government, the agents of federal government of Nigeria, by their works, by their words, by their actions, by their body language, we know who they are working for. So what I'm going to, the next topic is not going to come to you as a shock. It's what you already know. But why I'm going to talk about this topic now is because it is very, very imperative that we keep calling the attention of the gullibles. Because you know what? A lot of Biafrans, a lot of IPOB family members are nothing but gullible followers. They do not understand, they do not comprehend, they don't think, they don't reason. Do you know why in this program, in IPOB Western Cape, South Africa Media, do you know why we are not attracting traffic here? I know. We are not attracting traffic here now, for now. But as time goes on, time will come when our program will be so much, lively. People will feel our program, watching it. When that time comes, you will see it. It is coming very, very soon, because we are organic. We are not here for you to come and start making drama, talking about gossiping or saying things that just to psych your stupidity, to massage your useless ego. No. We are here to tell you the truth. That is why our slogan is saying it the way it is. IPOB Western Cape. That is our slogan. Saying it the way it is. Without fear, we have favor. Listen to me. When people might have found out that we are genuine and we maintain whatever we are doing, we are not being followed or, we're not following the crowd or doing things that the way other people are doing. We have our peculiar way of doing things. People will begin to identify with us. But let me tell you something. People are watching us. People are viewing us, they are hearing us, they are seeing us, and we are getting their response. But Biafrans, IPOB family members, so many of them are foolish in their brain. They are so gullible. When you come on live talking nonsense, some are calling themselves celebrity freedom fighters. Have you ever heard about this before? Celebrity freedom fighter. That is what somebody who is doing something that what life of human beings, that is taking the life of human beings, something that blood, something that people are dying, generations are being wiped out, something as serious as freedom fighter. Someone has done it to be a celebrity work, a celebrity job, where he will come to entertain people. What do celebrities do? They entertain. They entertain people. You are not here. I am not here to entertain you. I am here for my children and for my unborn children. That is why I'm here. What I'm doing is important to me. I am not here to make myself popular. I am here to call back the attention of Biafrans, because so many Biafrans has left the train. They are now on the other side, but they don't know. They thought that they are still doing what we are called to do. That is why I'm here. So those celebrity freedom fighters, I wonder how they sleep at night, knowing that they are toiling with the emotions of over 70 million people. Now, I want you to know that the video I'm about to play is not targeted at any human being. I only want to use it for the purpose that some people are being deceived, but they don't know. Some people are being misled, but they don't know. They are fighting, they are praising, they are clapping. Why things are getting spoiled? Obriendi Igbo sina, ukpara na ahụ mmanụ, ukpara na-ere ọkụ, sina ya na ahụ mmanụ. Now I want you to listen.
Finally got it. And what happened? He kicked the woman away. It's now declaring, how gullible can our people be? You think someone ever have what it takes to fix Nigerian government? Tomorrow you people will come out and you will begin to shout, oh, the army is killing our people. So when Simon ever declared this, you think Nigeria will not bring the army? You think the governors will not bring army? Can you see the reason why I supported Mba? And some of you started attacking me. Do you now understand it? Can you see the reason I supported what Mba did? And some of you came out to attack me. Oh, why will I say that? How can you advise Mba to bring the army? Do you now understand it? Because never in my whole life will I ever, want the killing of our people. But if you don't want the killing of our people, what will you do? You stop anything that will make army to come. Talk less of killing our people. Do you now understand it? You can't provoke the federal government or the state government and you expect them not to unleash their venom on you. You can't. It is impossible. It is impossible for an ordinary person, just an ordinary Homo sapien who lives in this ordinary, even is not even is a thing that lives in Finland. and you are challenging the federal government of Nigeria. You are telling them that they will not drive their car in their own country. You are telling them that there is no car. Look, just take a look at this. What kind of provocation is this? Do you now understand the reason why the current, the man who is piloting the affair of IPOB in the person of Mazi Chikezozian call them the agent provocateurs? Do you see the way they are provoking the federal government? Do you see the way they are challenging the federal government? And it's not that.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I will play the video again, but now listen and listen good. If I hear that guy, Chibuze Guatu, for those who do not know, the person I just played his video where he's calling the federal government to come and continue killing Biafrans. His name is Mazi Chibuze Guatu. Unfortunately, he resides here in South Africa, Johannesburg, to be precise. And I am ashamed. I am broken because we reside in the same country. But I'm here in Cape Town, so it's still very far from me, but we are in the same country. And whenever people are making remark, they will make remark as those people staying in South Africa. This guy you see, Chibuze Guatu, who pride himself as Ikenguru Ago. This guy has done more damage to IPOB than any other person. He has done more damage to the image of IPOB, to the image of the struggle. He has bastardized the struggle. In fact, he is the one who calls himself celebrity freedom fighter, or something that is unheard. But that is by the way. You heard him very, very, very clearly. You heard him very clearly where he's talking about how to bring the military, and he supports the military to come down to the Biafran land to kill the agitators. Now, the problem that this guy is causing in IPOB is more damaging than those he is accusing. You see, I am not blind. I can see. I have ears. I can hear. And my brain is intact completely. I know how to process things in my brain completely without anybody's help. I've seen some people who will say, Simon Ekpa is doing a good job, but I don't support him. I don't understand. I don't understand. You agree that somebody is doing a good job, but out of jealousy, out of ignorance, let me not say jealousy, but out of ignorance, same you said you don't support him. My brother, you have to rethink. If you say someone else is doing a good job, supporting him does not mean that you are going to be giving him money or calling him your leader, which he's not even asking anybody to call him his or her leader. But if he said he's doing a good job, you must always support that person that is doing a good job. Commend him, support him, even if it is moral support. Are you afraid of what people will say? Then you don't know what they are doing. You have said it that this person is doing the right thing. What do you do to someone who is doing the right thing? You support the person. You give him moral support, even if you don't want to give him your money, because you don't belong in the same group, but he is doing a good job. You must give him a moral support. That is what I want to say. But now, coming to Iken Chibuze Guato and what he said, you see, these people don't agree with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Hence, they are calling and supporting military solution towards Biafra agitation. They don't believe, they don't agree. I played Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's video before I started this program. You heard him? Every one of us know where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stand in IPOB, I mean in the Biafran struggle. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not, no matter what, he will never call for military intervention in Biafra land. Which military? Terrorists. The same people that is killing him, that killed his parents, killed 28 men in his compound. The same people that went all the way to Kenya to kidnap him. Chibuze Guato is not provoked by the fact that the Nigerian government went to Kenya to kidnap his leader. He is not angered that the Nigerian government kept his leader in illegal detention without any charges on his head for the past 1 year. This does not anger Chibuze Guato. What angers Chibuze Guato is the pronouncement that someone ever made, saying that no more state or federal government number plates in Biafra land. I don't understand. In fact, go and watch this video. Go and complete it. Go to his page. Come down and listen to that video. Watch the comments on the comment section. The people that are commenting there, they are not Yoruba people. They are not Fulani people. Those people that is urging him, praising him, telling him to go forward, talk more, do this, they are all Biafrans. In fact, not from the Riverine area, but from Igbo-speaking Biafrans. The same people that the military are murdering, killing, their people. Chibuze Guato said that anything that will make military to come to Biafra land, he is not going to do it. Ask him, Chibuze Guato, why do you think, what made you think that the military are coming to our land because of what Simon Epa said? Military are coming to our land because Biafrans are agitating to leave Nigeria. They came to our land to kill people in Mazen Kano's compound. That was 2017. They came there, they danced, python dance, crocodile tears, all the dancing, because Biafrans want to leave Nigeria. Because of that, they are coming to kill our people. Not because of what Samareba did. They are already in our land, killing our people. If you say that you will not support anything that will make Biafra to come, then you should not be here in your page deceiving people, telling them that you are fighting for Biafra when you are not. Because by mere mentioning of Biafra, you already invited the military in our land. By calling for referendum, it is a declaration of war. So you that is here saying you will not support anything that will bring military down to our land, and you are claiming to be fighting for Biafra restoration, you are deceiving yourself and you are deceiving those useless people that are clustered around you and praising you for deceiving them, because they should know better. They should know better. You cannot say, I want to jump inside the water, inside the river, but I don't want water to touch me. You jump inside the water, inside the river, and the same you saying, no, I don't want water to touch me. Nigerian government see Biafra, by mention of Biafra, they see it as war song. They see call for referendum as declaration of war. Nigerian government sees self-determination as something that is abomination. And you that is here calling for Biafra, for claiming that you are agitating for Biafra to be free, the same you is here saying that you don't support something that will bring military to our land. I know, me, I don't talk about other people, myself, I know that you, Mazi Chibuze Guatu, I know you are not in for this. You are not a real true freedom fighter. You are here for what you gain. You are here to make contact with Nigeria. You are here to represent Nigeria. You are here to spy on IPOB. It is those gullibles on your page who refuse to see this truth. Your utterances, your body language, your movements, your inaction and inactions, everything about you points towards one direction. I am working for the zoo. That is what your action is saying. I don't need 10 years to know this. Immediately you took that contract, I knew it. I knew when you took that contract to present the zoo. I knew you never supported Mazen Kano, because when Uchemefo was ranting, when Uchemefo was trying to draw Mazen Kano out, you came on your page, your program, to call for Mazen Kano to respond to Uchemefo. You called Mazen Kano to answer to Uchemefo. You spoke ill of Mazen Kano. That period, that was the moment I knew that you are not part of this struggle. Because Uchemefo fell, you fell with him. And today, the same language you are speaking now is what Uchemefo is saying. And all the people that are still listening to Uchemefo, the same word, the same statement that you, Mazi Guatu, is making today, same Uchemefo is doing. If you have not listened to Uchemefo before, please kindly go and listen to Uchemefo. Then compare it with what Mazi Egwuatu is saying, then you know who Mazi Egwuatu is following. Mazi Egwuatu is not following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not for once. Mazi Egwuatu always believed in the ideology of Uchemefo. Mazi Egwuatu never believed that we are doing the right thing. He don't believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing it the right way. He believes that Uchemefo is the one who is doing it the right way. If you ask Mazi Egwuatu, he would want Uchemefo to become the leader, and he will follow Uchemefo. But unfortunately for him, Uchemefo backslided. Even the one Uchemefo is trying to do, he always slips in his program. He can't do it perfectly. So Mazi Egwuatu could not identify properly with Uchemefo, but you see, everything, go and check his antecedents, and then compare with Uchemefo's own, you will see that both of them believe in the same ideology, the same political solution, political way of doing things. Mazi Egwuatu is a total Nigeria agent. Now, he said that Simon Ekpa is provoking Nigerian government. Provoking. He actually used the language provoking. The same way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu provoked Nigerian government that made them arrested him in 2015. The same way that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu provoked Nigerian government that made him to want to assassinate him in 2017. The same way that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu provoked Nigerian government that made them to go all the way to Kenya, breaking all international treaties to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The same way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu provoked them that made them to extraordinarily rendition him back to Nigeria. The same way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu provoked Nigerian government that made them to kept him in the DOS dungeon, DSS dungeon. Today, that is the same way Simon Ekpa is provoking the federal government of Nigeria. So if Mazi Egwuatu could use the word provocation, provoking Nigerian government, that simply tells you all you need to know. He supported Mba for going to lock the shops of people in people of Enugu State. Egwuatu supported the military solution of Mba. Mba militarized Enugu State because he wanted to stop sit at home by all means. Mba militarized Enugu State, which by that single action, he killed so many people in Enugu State. Egwuatu supported it. Anything that Egwuatu is supporting, check it very well. It's against IPOB, it's against the struggle, it's against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Egwuatu is a Nigerian agent. He is not hiding about it. It's only you that is gullible, only you that is mentally blind, that could not see. You that is filled with hate because of the hatred you have for your fellow countrymen. You could not see below your nose. You don't know who is deceiving you and who is trying to help you. Someone that have come to kill you. Let me tell you something. Egwuatu is against IPOB, is against Biafran struggle. He couldn't have called for the military intervention in Biafra land. Biafra government, if we are free tomorrow, Biafran government could and have all the power to profane solution for everything that is going on in our land. When we get our country, are we going to call Nigerian federal government to come and help us to solve our problem the problem in our land? No. We start it today. If you said there is something that is going against the struggle in our land, You should know how to stop it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will never call for Nigerian government to send military to solve problem for us. We must know how to solve a problem. You cannot call your enemy to come and settle disputes between you and your brother. Why would you do so? You have misunderstanding with your brother. Then after looking around in your kinsmen, in your family, after looking around amongst your friends, you couldn't see anybody worthy to solve that issue for you, but a mortal enemy, someone who killed your father, who killed your mother, who killed your sister, who killed your brother. That is the person you want to call. You see that you don't love yourself. You see that you have what is called self-hate. Self-hate. You hate yourself so much. That is what Chibuze Guatu is doing. Chibuze Guatu is calling the enemies of Biafra to come and settle the issue in Biafra land. It is not acceptable. You shall begin to see Chibuze Guatu as an enemy. When you go to his program, make him understand that Maria we have come to understand that he's not part of us, but an agent. When you begin to tell him that truth, it will limit his nonsense. It will limit his way of coming to talk on social media. He will save some things, knowing fully well I will have come to understand who he really is. I want you to know this and begin to do it today. Stop being a fool. A lion begat a lion. If you say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is your leader, think like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, do like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never call Fulani people to come and solve problem for us. No matter how that problem is stifling us, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never call for Fulani people. So, Chibuze Guatu, you say that someone is provoking Nigerian government. What did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu do? Did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also provoke Nigerian government? Yeah? Did Ikonso also provoke Nigerian government? Did ESN also provoke Nigerian government? If all these people has provoked Nigerian government that led to either they are killed or imprisoned or they are dislodged today, why do you think that Simon Ekpa will do something different? How do you want us to fight this battle? Chibuze Guatu, how do you want IPOB and Biafran people to fight this battle? If we call for sit at home, Chibuze Guatu will support that Nigerian government should go and drag Biafrans out of their houses. Chibuze Guatu is offended that Biafrans are sitting at home, calling for the release, in protest for the release of their leader, who the Nigerian terrorist government did what? Kidnapped and extraordinary renditioned back to Nigeria. Chibuze Guatu is not talking about the fact that today Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is illegally being detained. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is serving a sentence that he did not commit. A sentence that is not there. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a prisoner of conscience. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a political prisoner. Chibuze Guatu is not offended by that. But Chibuze Gwatu is offended that somebody is calling for Nigeria federal government and state plate numbers to be used, stop operating in Biafra land, running in Biafran roads. I don't know how our people reason. Our people has showcased a very big amount of brain damage. I don't know if our people actually reason. If I have come to this program to talk rubbish, wouldn't you know? Eh? Even if you love Mazo Ebuchi, and tomorrow you find out that Mazo Ebuchi has derailed. If you love me for real, in truth and in spirit, you should be able to tell me, Mazo Ebuchi, this is not the way that you used to say it before. The time you started this program, you are saying something different than from what you are saying today. But if you turn a blind eye, and in that my foolishness, you decide to praise me, then you are an enemy to me. It's high time Biafran should tell this man the truth. You that is following him, tell him the truth. I did not tell you to unfollow him or to block him. No. Keep following him, but tell him the truth. Maybe by telling Chibuze Gwatu the truth, he will retrace his step, because the Nigerian politicians has already grabbed him. He is in their pockets. Chibuze Gwatu is not aware of his surrendering anymore. So you, his follower, will do him more good when you call his attention to all the nonsense that he's saying. We are Biafrans. We are not Nigerians. Yes, we are not a country, a recognized country yet. But we existed in the past. And we are fighting to go back to what we used to be. The way we used to live. That is what we are fighting to do. A call for referendum is not a provocation. Chibuze Gwatu, tell Nigerian government that you are working for, that a call for referendum is not a call for war. Self-determination is a right. It's not a crime. Kidnapping is a right, is a crime, which the Nigerian government has committed against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Chibuze Gwatu, tell them the truth. Tell Ifeanyi Oba the truth. Tell him that he masterminded the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's high time he tell the Nigerian government to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. We are not calling for the Nigerian government to grant Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bail. No, never. We are not begging the Nigerian government to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Far from it. We said, Nigerian government, you must free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. Because he commits no crime. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed no crime. You could not convict him. So you cannot keep him in prison. This is what Chibuze Gwatu should be telling the Nigerian government he's working for. Chibuze Gwatu should allow those who are doing whatever they're doing to do it in peace. Let someone else do what he's doing. Let all those who are doing whatever, leave them, do your own. Call the Nigerian government that you are working for. Tell them, leave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, tell Nigerian government to free him. That DSS dungeon is not a Fayukwu Ibeku. It's not the compound of our leader. It's not his compound. So what is he doing there? This is exactly what I have against the so-called DOS. This is what I have against them. All of them are in the same train. They want everywhere to be calm. They want everything to be to remain normal. They want things to be to everybody to go about their businesses without minding that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been incarcerated, without minding the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is sitting in DSS dungeon without charges against him. They don't want to hit the polity. They don't want to make the government to ask questions. They don't want to ask questions. They don't want to make the government of Nigeria to realize that what they are doing is illegal. They don't want it. They just want us to cool down, and wait for them to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When they kill him, we may now protest maybe 1 week and to attend to Israel. Do you think that if anything happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tomorrow, God forbid, that Chibuze Ogwatu will give a damn? Chibuze Ogwatu will tell Biafrans, okay, now he's dead. Which way forward? No, fighting is not the right thing. We're not going. No. We fight and bring him back. No, let us make peace. I am telling you something you should know, so that if you are still confused, you should stop deceiving yourself. Chibuze Ogwatu is an agent of the Nigerian government. They contracted him through Ifeanyi Oba. That is why he's making mouth, telling you that he is a celebrity freedom fighter, and you are here seated there listening to excuse me, listen to him. You should ask yourself questions. I am calling on the Nigerian government to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. Only then will they have peace. They should create a space for roundtable talk with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the right thing to do. That will not happen in DSS dungeon. You cannot negotiate with a man on chain. You cannot handcuff a man, both hand and legs, and you want to negotiate with him. No, that is not negotiation. If you want to negotiate with a man, you must free him from the chain, make him feel free, and then talk with him. That is what Nigerian government should do. Keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is like taking a timing bomb. It's going to blow at any moment. If not for the cowardness of the DOS, by now I know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would have been released. I know, because we know what to do. But the fact is that nobody is willing to do it. But those who are doing something, nobody should castigate them. We should give them support. That is what we should do. Not castigating. Not envying them. All we need is Biafra. We need Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out. Use your voice, use your page, call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Quit from gossip, quit from name calling, quit from attack. Say it the way it is at all times. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not have any business being there where he is today. That is what Mazi Chibuze Egwuatu should be saying. Mazi Chibuze Egwuatu should leave Simon Ekpa alone. Simon Ekpa is not Biafra that we are fighting for. Simon Ekpa is also fighting Biafra with his own style. Chibuze Egwuatu should face his own IPOB that he claimed that he is part of, and do what is needful to get out Biafra. He should stop accusing, attacking, and calling names. He should quit from doing these things. That is what I say, and that is what I believe. That if everybody could face their parts and do what they're supposed to be doing, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released and Biafra will come. But they chose to fight a lost battle. The person you are fighting is waxing strong on a daily basis, breaking new ground, attaining new heights, and making waves. And you are stuck in one place. Onye mụrụ nwa, nwa ya kwara aga ije. Ihe ọ mụrụ bụ ngwụrọ. It is very, very obvious and clear that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been dealing with ndị ngwụrọ, crippled men who could not move from a particular spot where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left them. Instead of them to be going forward, they are going backward. They have set IPOB backward, but Chukwu Okike Abiama has prepared a way. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not be disappointed. I assure you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not be disappointed. That thing that you wanted to happen will never happen. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will never be disappointed. He will be proud that Biafrans did not forget him when he is in trouble. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be so proud that men are standing on the gap. He will never, never, never be left alone. Chibuze Egwuatu, I want you to know this. No matter your propaganda, no matter whatever you are doing, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will never be left alone. Men will always be reckoned with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Men will always look for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Biafrans will always identify with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got himself in trouble trying to save Biafrans. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not fall into this trouble because he was trying to save himself. No, he was trying to save Biafrans. That is why Biafrans vowed that they must bring out a day to ask questions. Whether the federal government of Nigeria is responsive or not. The fact is that Biafrans are doing something which no other race could do. We have identified with our leader, and we will continue to call for his release. I am using this page to call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Those in Biafra land use Monday sit at home to call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The legal teams use their intellectuals and other things they have, the materials, to ask the Nigerian government to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What is IPOB using to call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Gossip, 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 gossip. What is IPOB using? How are we calling for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? How is IPOB as a body that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is leading? How are they calling for his release? What method If I ask now, they will tell me that DOS are wise, that they are underground. Let me tell you what DOS did. DOS has left Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to his fate. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out tomorrow, oh, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not come out tomorrow, oh, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu died in DOS dungeon, oh, whatever that happens to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, oh, that is what DOS is saying. That is why somebody like me, somebody like my leader, Mazi Innocent earlier, somebody like all the coordinators and executive of Western Cape IPOB, that is why we said no. We'll never keep silent. We will never watch Nigerian government deal with our leader as they please. Never. Never, never, never. We will keep calling for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We use every material to us, which is this media, to call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want you to put your voice. Put your voice in the calling for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was supposed to be in court last week, this past week. Did you ask yourself why he didn't appear? Did you notice it, that something like that happened in Biafra land? That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not go to court? Did you notice it? Did you notice it? Did you see any displeasure in the faces of IPOB, in the faces of Chibuze Guatu? Did you see the displeasure in the voice and tones of Chinas and Woshi and the Chike Doziem? Did you see anything like that? No, they don't care. They have moved on. That is why we that is still standing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not allow anybody, I said anybody, to continue to castigate and destroy the characters and names of those who are still doing something. If our POB that is being led by what's called DOS now, if they refuse to do something, allow those who are doing something to do it. Allow them. You are not doing anything for your leader. You have left your leader in the hand of the enemy. Do with him as you pleases. Then somebody said, no, I'm not going to keep quiet. I'm not going to allow them to treat him the way they like. Biafran said, no, we are not going to allow Nigerian government to do to our leader, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the way they pleases. We will be sitting at home every Monday. Allow them to sit at home in peace. You refuse. You are calling the military to come and kill them. For sitting at home. For standing in solidarity with their leader. Why are you so wicked? Why are you so evil? If you are doing your Nigerian agent, why not do it in a way that it will not affect what we are doing? Do it. You're taking the money. Yes. Speak the way they want you to speak, but allow those who are fighting to continue to fight. That is the message I brought you tonight. If you said you are IPOB, look for the code of conduct. Read it, interpret it yourself, and work with it. As a coordinator, you don't have right to save the money that belongs to IPOB. As a coordinator, you don't have right to open accounts in IPOB. As a coordinator, there is no way you have the right to ask Madam Nenaya to account for you. It is not your duty. It is not your right. Your right and duty is to call for monthly meeting and then gather money and remit it. Immediately you remit it, that is where your job ends. Then you wait for another month. Madam Naya still remains the IPOB head of finance worldwide. Worldwide. Only the account that she provided we will use. As for me and my fellow comrade in IPOB Western Cape, Madam Naya still remains the head of finance, and will remit all the money that we gather every month to the account that she provided. If our leader comes out tomorrow, if there's any query, let Madam Naya be the one to answer, not me. I did my part. I did my part. So after doing my part, my job ends there. The job now is in another table because it has left my table to another table. So I don't have any reason to intrude in another person's table. It's not my business. My business is that I have delivered. So if you fail to deliver, the boss will call you for query, not Mazo Yebuchi. So as a coordinator, my duty is to call for monthly meeting monthly, and then gather the funds. After gathering it, this financial secretary will go and remit it, and now send me the receipt, which I will forward to the appropriate channel. That ends it. That ends it. I say to you, fellow Biafrans, I thank you for joining me this evening once again. It is a pleasure to receive you in this page anytime. I thank you for sharing this program and liking it. Chukwu Okeabiyama will bless you as you share it. Chukwu Okeabiyama will bless you as you like it. You that always come here to watch us without liking or sharing our program, you are not doing good at all. If you like the what we are preaching, you have to let others to see. By sharing it, you are helping the message to go far and wide, because it's not only for your ears. This message is for the ears of all Biafrans. So I thank you, you that have shared this program. I thank you so much. You that have liked this program, I also thank you. Chukwu Okeabiyama will keep you alive. You that have not shared the program, please do share it. And you that have not liked it, oh, please like it. Very, very important that you do so. Chukwu Okeabiyama will preserve you. Chukwu Okeabiyama will keep you. Chukwu Okeabiyama will let his light to shine upon you. And you will see Biafra. Oyedumazin Ekano will come out. His coming out will be like a miracle. It will do what? It will be like a miracle. The world will see it and they will marvel. And the IPOB will continue to wax strong, and we shall restore this Biafra. We are not here for a joke. We are here for a serious business. I thank you so much, fellow Biafrans. As I say to you this night, may Chukwu Okeabiyama keep blessing you. And I say to you, good night from here, Omu Chineke. As I come your way again, may Chukwu Okeabiyama